Hi there, I'm Angela. Welcome to the channel, or welcome back, and welcome to another episode of Hashtag Friday Sews. Happy Friday, everyone. Hope you had a great week and hope your weekend is shaping up to be good. Thanks so much for tuning in. If this is your first time here, I'm so happy to have you here. And if you've been hanging out with me for a while, I'm also so happy to have you here. Yes, a little bit of housekeeping first. Of course, thank you to you guys and to Jen from Today in Jen's Sewing Room, who is the creator of the hashtag Friday Sews. And I'm sure this is not like a new hashtag for most of you guys to know about, but if you put hashtag Friday Sews into your search bar, you'll come up with all kinds of good videos. So definitely check out all the other creators doing hashtag Friday Sews. There's so many good ones. Yeah, and other bits of housekeeping. Also, be sure and tune in to all the great vlogmases that are going on right now. It seems like everybody's doing Vlogmas. I am not, just because I feel like I can barely manage to get out one video each week and sometimes two. But I am watching a lot of the Vlogmases and they're so good. And I kind of am like participating just in a small way in one of them. I am Sherry from Granny's Sewing Room invited me to participate in her Vlogmas, which is a Christmas Advent calendar that she's doing every day this month. So what it is she's invited, and she's also doing a bunch of videos herself for the Vlogmas. So she invited the rest of us to do some sort of like holiday themed instructional video, or it could be a tutorial or something like that. So some of the ones I've seen were creating like holiday gifts that you could give, and the one that I'm doing will air on December 21st. So I hope you'll tune back in. You'll be able to see that right here on my channel. And Sherry will, on her channel on the 21st, kind of do a little bit of an intro and lead her viewers to see my video. So I'll give you just a little bit of a hint. Well, it's kind of like a non-hint. It's not going to have anything to do with sewing at all. So I'm really excited about that. And I hope that you guys will like it and hope that you'll watch. So look for that on the 21st. And in the meantime, if you don't already follow or watch Sherry's videos, go take a look at her channel. I'll put a link to her channel below. And yeah, and then other than that, the only other little bit of kind of announcements or housekeeping is that this month marks my 1 year YouTube anniversary. So that's kind of exciting for me. I'm excited that my channel's still going after 1 year, even though it's kind of had ups and downs. And I'm so thankful to all of you guys for watching my videos and being so supportive and helping to create just a really good community. I love the sewing community at large on YouTube. Everyone is so helpful and supportive. It's like I feel like it is a community, and I am so happy to be a part of that. I'm so happy to have made connections with many of you guys, and in some cases become friends with some of you guys. So I love that. It means so much to me, and I hope that means something to you guys too. Anyway, thank you so much for helping me still be around 1 year later. So in other news, like on my sewing life, I have finished my Butterick B6750 pants, and I'm going to give you a little bit of a sneak peek at those here in a few minutes or a few seconds, or at some point in this video, I'll insert a clip of me wearing the pants. And I am going to do, so here's the pattern. I'm sure you've seen me show this here on the channel. I'm going to do a full pattern review on this because it's kind of a pretty recent pattern, published in 2020. So it's still very readily available. So look for that. Hopefully that'll come out next week. And the other thing sewing related that I did this week was, so you guys, if you follow any of the online fabric stores and things, you might have seen that many of them were offering deep discounts. I was pretty good and restrained and didn't buy anything because I've bought too much throughout the year. But I did take advantage of, I think it was a 50% off over at stylishfabric.com. And what I did was to just order some of their swatches. So they offer swatches for anywhere $1 per swatch, $2 per swatch, and so forth. So they do have some fabrics in their website or on their website that I've kind of had my eye on. And because I'm trying to restrain myself, and I really love when I can get a swatch ahead of time just to make sure the fabric like lives up to what I'm expecting from it, just seeing it on the website page. I did order like several swatches and at $1 or $2 each, and then with the 50% off, it was pretty cheap actually. So I thought I would show you guys some of the swatches that I got from them, or all of them. Sorry for the crinkling. Let's see. So they have got these kind of and these are big swatches too. I mean, not enough to really do anything with, but pretty decent size that you can get a good feel for the fabric. So I thought I would just kind of show you guys some of the swatches. And after having flipped through these, I'm really glad that I waited to see a swatch before ordering, because either the weight or the color was not exactly what I thought it would be. And so I'm glad that I didn't order like a whole bunch of fabric. Yeah, and so hopefully out of the ones that I do like, by the time I'm ready and my budget's ready to buy another piece of fabric, hopefully they'll still have these selections available. So I really liked these heathered rib knits that they have on their website. They have these in several colors, and this one is ginger, and this is the same fabric but in latte. And so the colors are a little bit different than what I was expecting, but it's fine. That's why I got the swatches. This one is called Ruby, but it's still that same heathered rib knit. Now this one I love, and I do wish, you guys can't tell because there's no light behind the fabric, but it is a little bit thinner than I thought it would be based on their website listing, but I still love it. So I may end up ordering enough for a t-shirt or a tank top out of that one. I really like that color. Then this next one is, it's hard for me to remember all the descriptions of these because I ordered them a few weeks ago. This one is another knit. This one's very thin. I think you can see me behind it. That is thinner than I would probably, make anything out of. Maybe, I don't know. It's pretty thin. I mean, if you hold it up to not even a light bulb, but just the window and the sunlight, you can see right through it. So not sure about that one. This one is a hunter green, and it is a little bit stretchy. It's a velvet. And you can also kind of see that this is pretty thin too. I think you can see through the fabric and see my head behind it. But the color's beautiful. So if I were to make something out of that, it would have to be lined for sure. But I love that for the holidays. It's a little too late for me to start making something for the holidays. And it's not like I go anywhere where I would wear a velvet something or other, but you never know. It's so pretty. This one is called Navy Rose Pink, and the type of fabric, once again, I ordered these a little while back and I don't remember the exact descriptions, but I think this is a chiffon. Feels like a chiffon. You could definitely see right through it, and I think that would make a pretty scarf. Although, I'm not sure that after seeing it in person that I like it enough to actually buy it. The next we have, this is colors called Blue Steel, and it is also like kind of like a t-shirt knit. Once again, very, very thin, like that darker blue that I showed earlier. Beautiful color though. I'm really into the blues lately. I think ever since I had my colors done last year, I'm starting to wear more blues. I never really realized that it was one of my colors. And it turns out it was. I'll kind of put like a little picture up here of the result of my color analysis so you guys can see what the analyst said were my color palette. But a lot of blues were in there. So I've kind of been exploring that a little bit. Then similarly, this is the same fabric, but just in kind of like a seafoam green. Called, I can't even make out what they wrote on there, but it's a real pretty, bluish green. I like that a lot. Once again, it's very thin, and I'm not sure like what I would make out of this. It's soft. It's really soft. I could see maybe making a tank top or something, but I would still maybe feel a little bit self-conscious because it's thin. Who knows? This one is Army Green. I like that color too. And I love green. It's pretty much my favorite color, almost any shade. And I want to say over at Stylish Fabric, if I'm remembering correctly, they offered like different weights of knit, and it's possible that they make these same colors in like a heavier knit. So if I really like one of these colors a lot, I'm going to take a peek back at their website and see if it's offered in a heavier weight knit. I want to say that they did do that. Like they had several different classifications of t-shirt knits, but with the same colors offered in each. Don't quote me on that though. I'm thinking that's what I saw. I like that a lot. Then this next one is a gauze, and you can see that I did choose a lot of blue swatches. This is really pretty, and this is very, very thin. It's like, what is it with the thin fabrics? Okay. Have one here called Eggplant. Now this is definitely a heavier weight t-shirt kind of knit. So I would feel more comfortable. I know you guys can't really get a sense of how thick or thin these swatches are, but this one's definitely a heavier weight than the other t-shirt knits that I showed. And has good stretch to it. It feels good. So I could see it may be too bright for me, but I still like it. And then this second to last, these last two are corduroys, and they are also stretchy. This one's called Olive. Hold that up so you can get a sense of the texture. I like that a lot. I like that a whole lot. And then this is the same fabric, only in ruby. That's pretty too. And these are, I wouldn't even say that these are pants weight. They are, I'm not sure what I would make out of these, maybe a cardigan or something like that, but they're too thin to be pants. I'm sure that they did have heavier weight corduroys. I just really liked this texture and the colors, so that's why I got those swatches. So out of all these swatches that I got, I do see a few possibilities, and I'm really glad that I ordered the swatches. I kind of wish that all of the online fabric stores offered like a swatch service. I know that Mood Fabric offers swatches for sale on most of their fabrics, and I have definitely taken advantage of that. And in fact, for I think it's every $10 that you spend at Mood, they give you a free swatch. So I've taken advantage of that many times. I love that. So that's about it for my sewing life this week. And I'm going to go ahead and insert a little clip of me wearing my Butterick pants. So what did you guys think? I really like the way the pants turned out. They fit really well after making the adjustments that I made, and I love the fabric that it chose. It's like a heavier weight crepe, so it's a nice weight for flowy pants like this. And my top, I just got thrifted at Goodwill. And in fact, I kind of did a video a while back where I showed you guys several tops that I had gotten at Goodwill that I thought would go with these pants, and kind of got your guys' opinion on it. I'll put a link to that video here in case you missed it and you want to see what the other top options were. And I feel like this one kind of goes with those pants the best, and I really like this as an outfit. Yeah, and look for the pattern review to come out next week. I'm going to try to get it out next week. This is, of course, like the busiest time of year for most of us, I feel like anyway. probably. What do you guys think? Do you find yourself just kind of like just keeping it all together between somewhere between Thanksgiving and Christmas? You feel like just sometimes stretched thin. And we kind of keep Christmas a little bit low key here because Thanksgiving is our big holiday here on our homestead. So Christmas is still festive, but it's not as crazy as our deal for Thanksgiving. And at my work, in my department, I work for a nature center. So December is not necessarily our busiest time as far as patrons visiting. But for my team in the membership department, it is our busiest time for sure because we do a lot of gift memberships and the mail's rolling in every day and the phones are ringing off the hook. So it's our busiest month, at least so far that I've seen and from what my colleagues have told me. So I will definitely try to get that pattern review video out next week. I'm pretty sure I can get that done. And as far as other parts of life, at home, we're just, other than getting ready for Christmas, we're just kind of hunkering down in the evenings just because it gets so dark so early and it's cold. It makes me just want to huddle up under a blanket and watch TV. So I'm doing a lot of that when I should be spending that time getting a lot of sewing in. I'm just spending that time like hunkering down. Does anybody else do that? It's just so cold and I just want to snuggle up. But I'm going to do better so with my sewing. And we're still watching the MASH, the TV show MASH, that series that we started a little while back. We don't watch episodes every single night, but most nights we'll watch a couple. But there are 11 seasons in that show, so it's taking us a while to get through it, and it's such a good show. And other than that, that's pretty much it. Oh, one more thing. It's kind of like related back to holiday preparations. Every year we do Cookie Day here, and that's tomorrow. So one Saturday prior to Christmas, I'll spend the whole day just baking Christmas cookies. And so I've been doing this for years, and it's known as Cookie Day. So some years we'll invite people to drop in, kind of like an open house, and they can have some hot chocolate or any other holiday cheer that they like and sample the cookies and then take cookies home with them. And we thought about kind of doing the open house again this year, but I feel like we're still recovering from our huge Thanksgiving. So we're still doing Cookie Day, but it's just going to be the two of us here, plus Farley. And I'm thinking I might have to find a recipe for dog cookies too in order not to leave him out. So I'll be baking cookies all day tomorrow. And do you guys bake holiday cookies? And if so, let me know your favorites. I have some tried and true recipes, and usually each year I'll bake maybe 5 or 6 varieties. I'm going to kind of stretch myself this year, and I have like 9 different recipes that I'm hoping to make. Usually though, and so within each of those recipes, there's like dozens of cookies. So by the end of the day, I've usually gotten about 10,000 steps in just in my kitchen, like walking to and from the different areas in the kitchen. And I feel like that's kind of crazy just to be like, to get that many steps in one space, like all throughout the day. So I'm usually exhausted, and I usually kind of conk out after like my 5th or 6th recipe. But in order to kind of be able to make like our tried and true favorites and to try some new recipes, like the whole repertoire keeps expanding. So wish me luck on that. It's kind of like it's a big production, and then by the time the day's done, I have like dozens and dozens and dozens of cookies, and we'll give them to our friends and family, of course, and any place that we like do business with regularly, like where Farley, our puppy, goes to his day camp, we'll bring in cookies for their staff there, and of course to our workplaces, because there's like plenty of cookies to go around. Our vet's office, any places that we regularly like do business with and have a relationship with, we'll bring cookies for them. So it's kind of a big thing, and definitely the Sunday following, I'm exhausted. So that's all I have to share with you guys. Thanks so much for watching again. I hope that you're having a great start to your weekend. Let me know what you're up to. If you are going to be sewing this weekend, what are you working on? One more thing to share with you guys, and I almost forgot. I'm getting started on my next make, which is this Simplicity little hat and scarf pattern. I am planning to do view B here, and the fabric that I'm using is this teal blue fleece that I got from Style Maker a long while back earlier in the year, and it was in their salvage yard remnant section. So I'm hoping I have enough for this, and if I at least have enough for the hat, then I'll be happy with that. But hopefully I have enough for both pieces. What are you guys working on? Let me know. And until next time, thanks again for watching, and I will talk to you later. Bye.